guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a huge indie brand makeup haul. I have done this before here on my channel and you guys seem to really like it, so I thought I would do another one because I'm all the time trying to keep up with the indie launches. They have become like my favorite over Ulta and Sephora. Don't get me wrong, I love to go to Ulta and Sephora and just browse. It's always really relaxing to me. It's like my favorite stores besides Victoria's Secret. So I don't think I have any updates in this video, except if you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'm shaking my phone every which way. But before I get started, if you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you'd like, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you can also hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started with the haul. And also, I want to throw this out there. If you're somebody watching from where I live, I feel like maybe I'll probably get some hate watchers, if anything. But maybe not. If you did share my post about how someone is trying to like scam me out of $680 over my hair, thank you guys so much. I honestly appreciate it. I'm not really a like person where I'm from, but I tried to like just message the Facebook friends that I did have and let it be known that if you shared it, thank you. If not, it's no big deal. But I was just trying to get some recognition out there about what's going on. And the situation is much worse than I obviously can share. Thank you guys if you did share it. If not, no big deal. I did want to throw that out there because I'm sure there is a few people that live in my area. So the first brand I'm going to talk about is Ensly Rein, and Ensly Rein has become like my favorite indie brand, so I'm so excited to share with you guys this box. It actually just came in today as I am filming. I think I have some more things to share with you guys that I didn't get to share with you in the last indie haul, and if you guys haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. I shared a lot of things in that video. Ensly Rein is my aesthetic. Literally, like if I had a makeup brand or if I was just picking things out myself, they asked what I wanted, this would be what I would want. The packaging, the overall aesthetic, just everything about it is overall what I like. It looks like fairies. It looks like Disney movies. I don't know. Just, I love everything about it. This is their new collection. This is the Flutter and Flourish. It's a whole collection, so you have 2 eyeshadow palettes, you have 2 glosses. There's either 4 or 5 like single shadows, and then these, which are called their Moon Dust Multi-Chrome / Duochrome Loose Eyeshadow. But we will get into that. I'm going to go ahead and open up this box, and I'm going to have to move because this is going to be so aggravating if you just see like the phone shaking literally every time I move. So hopefully that helps. I scooted you guys back. But again, this is what the box looks like. I'm telling you, I always keep the boxes. I decorate with them. I love the artwork. And I know that this collection got hate only because something to do with like the graphic design on it. Like they're supposed to be getting something. I don't know about any of that. I don't pay attention to any of that. I just know that I really do love the packaging on all of their products. Everything that I have ever received, I have always loved. So in this box come the 2 eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like these are obviously the star of the show. And we'll go ahead and talk about this one first. This is the Flourish palette, and this is what the packaging looks like. I'm telling you guys, everything about it, my lights are going to glare really bad. But everything about it, I'm telling you, like, I love it. I'm going to go ahead and remove the sleeve. And if you guys aren't familiar with these shadows, they are super intense, super pigmented, really bold, bright colors. They're just really easy to work with. They're very intense, dramatic shadows with all kinds of pretty finishes to them. This is what the first palette looks like. Here are the shades. So pretty. I knew when I saw that this was coming out, I had to pick it up. But this is what it looks like. Very, very pretty. You do have mattes in there. Multi-chromes, if I was guessing, I would just have to wait and see like when I get into this palette how they're going to shift. That's the thing that I was mentioning about this brand. Their shadows just have really pretty, cool, unique shifts. So this is the Flourish palette. The next one in the collection is the Flutter palette, and this is the packaging on it. I'm trying to get it where it doesn't glare. But this is what it looks like. I am so excited to play with this palette. I can't even. But this is what it looks like. There's like some really pretty grungy tones in there. And I think it's going to be really pretty, especially for the fall time. But if you love grungy tones, I feel like you need this palette. Especially if you love cool, unique shifts to your eyeshadows. But this is what it looks like. I just look at palettes like this and I'm like, Sephora could never. Ulta could never. Because I don't feel like they carry stuff like this. I feel like indie brands have just come in and I feel like they're taking over in my opinion. But these are the eyeshadow palettes in the collection. Next in the collection, they have these two blushes. If I'm thinking correctly, they've never done blushes before. This would be their very first. They have one for Flutter and for Flourish. So we will go ahead. This is the packaging on, this is the Flutter, I think. This is the Flutter. And this is what it looks like. I don't want my lights to glare on it, but it's probably going to. I don't know that I love this. I love the shade and everything. I just feel like the pan size is really small. Like, this doesn't look much bigger than an eyeshadow to me. I love the magnetic closure on the packaging. The packaging itself is very pretty, but this is what you get when you open it up. I just feel like it's a little small. I'd like to see it be a little bit bigger. If you've been here on my channel, you would know I have such a large collection and I don't need extra product. But if you're somebody who don't and you're splurging, like, I feel like you would want more product than this, because I think this would be easy to go through if it's like something you were going to use every day. Their pan size to me is just a little bit small, but this is the Flutter one. And again, they've never done blushes before, so I'm really excited to try these out. And this is what the packaging looks like. And if I remember correctly, this one's deeper, and this is what the shade looks like. From what I can tell, it looks like there's 4 single shadows in the collection. And if you watch my last one, I did buy like a magnetic palette from the brand, so I will use that to pop these in. And I love that they do like the pretty artwork on these single shadows as well. And I can already tell that these have shifts. So the first one that I have here, I guess is called Whispering Willow. And this one shifts from like a green to a gold. So when I turn it like this, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But you're not really going to be able to tell unless you get these on the eyes. But you can see how it's kind of changing there. This one again is called Whispering Willow. And again, I think there was only 4 shades this time. So the next one I have here is called Hibiscus. And this one looks like a pink to gold shift. Like, that ring light is so annoying. This is what it looks like. I don't think you're going to be able to tell the shift on it. But again, if you guys wanted to know, this one's called Hibiscus. The next one I have here is really, really pretty. And I can't tell the shift on it. It kind of looks like a silver, purple, green, if that makes any sense. But this one's called Shattered Wings. And this is what it looks like. And to me on the phone, it's looking like gold. But I don't think that's the shade at all. But again, called Flutter. And then I have this one. This one is called Monarch. And this one looks like a gold and maybe like a fiery orange. But this is what you have going on, and my ring light is very annoying. Really, really pretty. And then this is how they came. I'm not going to go into detail because literally if you guys wanted to find these, it's just in this collection. These are like their Moon Dust Multichrome / Duochrome loose eyeshadows. So you can use like a glitter glue with these, or if you want more of a subtle look, you can just use like a flat shader brush, or like if you even wanted to dust it in the crease. Something really light, but these are really pretty. You can make these intense if you want with a glitter glue, or you can wet your brush. I will probably use a glitter glue, and I even like to use these on the inner corners of the eyes. But these are really pretty to add like with the eyeshadow palettes, so I'm really excited for these. And I know it feels like we've been talking about this collection for a while, but the last 2 things in the collection are these lip glosses. So they made one for Flutter and Flourish. This one is called, I guess it's just called Flutter, and I actually really do like the packaging. It just feels nice. But this is what Flutter looks like. It looks like it's like a purple, looks like it has like a purple blue shift to it. And here is the box packaging. And then here's the Flourish one. And this one's really pretty. It's like a pink, orange, purple. Just shifts really pretty on this one. These are not for everybody. If you're into fun makeup, then this will probably be something you'd like. If you like colorful lips, really out there. Like I said, I know it's not for everybody. Since we're talking about this brand, I think this is actually the last thing that I had to share with you guys. This palette is called the Cosmic Dreamer. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is a remade palette, because the first palette that they had, I think it done well. I don't think it's anything to do with that. I really just think that they wanted to redo the packaging on it, and they may have changed it a little bit on the inside. I don't have that one to share with you guys. I think that's like the only palette that I don't have from them, and I don't think they sell it anymore either. So they just redone that palette, and this is what the new packaging looks like. It's completely different than the first one. This is the box, and this palette I'm so excited to play with. They're just so rich in pigment, and they have really pretty shades, and I'm going to go ahead and take it out of the sleeve. It's very like extra packaging, like sleeves and all that. Really cool boxes that I just really can't bring myself to throw away. But this is what the palette looks like when you take it out. And then here is like the mirror. And then here is the star of the show. This is what y'all wanted to see. So this is what we have going on the inside. And you can just see the shifts on there just from me showing it like this. I'm so excited for these shades here at the bottom. And this one looks so pretty. And I love mattes like this in the crease, like that rosy pinky mauve. But this is what you have going on. This was very popular. A lot of people seem to really like it. I had seen a lot of videos on this. And I think a lot of people really liked the first one that they did. I think they just wanted to revamp it and give it new packaging. If you've been here on my channel before, then you've heard me talk about Adept Cosmetics. I love their eyeshadow formula. They have really pretty metallic shades. I picked up a palette that they done in collab with Amy Loves Makeup. They also done a face palette, but I skipped over that one and only picked up the eyeshadow palette. And this isn't that annoying glitter that you like rub and then it comes off. It's nothing like that. But this is what you have on the inside. And when I'm telling you that Adept has one of the best formulas, I know I was talking about Ensly Rein, but this formula is really, really good too. They have some really cool shifts in their eyeshadows, and they have really pretty like metallic shades. They look wet, honestly. And I've seen so many people do really pretty looks now. I know on my phone it's probably not doing it justice. It's not making it look like anything special, but I'm telling you, I have seen so many pretty looks, and this palette overall, I think it done really well. So I'm so excited to try this palette out, and I just love this shade right here. I have to throw that out there. I love those cool tones. Really, really pretty. So this is from Adept Cosmetics. Now, the next thing that I have here is another eyeshadow palette, and this is from a brand that I haven't tried actually, and I've seen a lot of people try it. It's a hyped up brand, but this one is from Fantasy Cosmetica, and this is the Cradled in Ice palette. Now, I am a purple eyeshadow fan. I know not everybody loves purples, but this just looks so pretty. And I think the person that I was watching used this in a tutorial, and I was sold. I think I was watching Allie Dawson, and I'm telling you guys, let me take the sleeve off. The looks that she done was just so beautiful. But this is what's going on the inside, and I'm telling you, it may not look like nothing special on my phone. I don't know how it's going to translate. I don't know when I start like cutting things out if it looks good or not, but this is what we have going on, and I'm telling you guys, I just couldn't pass this up. So this is actually my first palette from the brand. They do have several other palettes, but this is the one I was like, I have to try that. These colors just look so pretty, and I noticed that these are like the cool tones that are kind of similar to the Amy Loves Makeup palette from Adept. In a way, they're similar. They're cool tone. They got like those blues in there, but really, really pretty. I genuinely feel like I have a lot of things to talk about in this video, so I hope I'm not boring you guys, but I do have a lot of Odin's Eye. The first palette that I have here is the Spring Dragon palette, and this is a collaboration. This is a collaboration with Judy, but this is what the palette looks like. I went ahead and took it out of the sleeve. If I remember correctly, this is a pastel palette, and I get along pretty well with Odin's Eye when it comes to their eyeshadow formula. I have acquired a lot of palettes from them at this point. It's kind of like Pokemon, I gotta catch them all. I was trying to get what they had available. I know when it comes to like their first collabs, like their first round, I didn't pick those up, and I'm so sad about it. So I was like, I might as well just go ahead and get these while they are available. This one is a Nets palette, and this is what it looks like. This one is called the Mighty Monster palette, and I try to cover up the mirror that way I don't blind you. I feel like this one is probably more up to speed with something that I would get more use out of. The pastels, I love a good pastel eyeshadow, but I don't know, something about this color story I feel like I'm more drawn to. I think this will be really pretty, especially for the fall time, but this is what you have going on. I picked up the sets like with the palettes that had their lip bundles in there as well, but basically it had Annette's and it had Judy's, and there was 3 in each. So this is what they look like, the box packaging. I will take one of each out, that way you can get a look at what the packaging looks like. Here is Judy's, and I just love this packaging. It's really fun. It looks like they done 3 lips each. And then here is Annette's. Let me go ahead and get into this. So it's like an ombre kind of, and I think the packaging is really pretty. I don't really hear, correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't really hear a lot of people talk about the lip products. I feel like more people was excited for the eyeshadow palettes, but I thought I would just go ahead and pick up the lips with them because I think they had them bundled that way at the time. I'm actually really excited to use all these with the palettes. I think it'll be really pretty. And for some reason, they threw in like the little scarves. I know like I was seeing these around in the little keychains and stuff like that. They do like little extra accessories, especially like if they do collabs, I've noticed. I think these are the last things from Ensly that I had to share with you guys. I just picked up a couple of their Z palettes because I have been really into single eyeshadows, and these are a pretty good deal. I can't remember the price at the top of my head, but these were like not bad at all. So this one's wrapped up, but let me go ahead and share this one with you guys. They have a smaller size if you want like a little bit smaller, but I just went ahead and picked up the bigger ones, and these are really nice. They have a big mirror in here, and it holds a lot of shadows. So if you're somebody you're into singles, this may be something you want to check out if you're in need of like a Z palette, because the price on these weren't bad, and I like the artwork on them. They're really pretty. With that being said, this is probably like absurd, but I really did need some Z palettes because I have a lot of singles going on right now, and I found these on the Anastasia website. I thought these were so pretty I had to pick them up. So they're basically Z palettes. This one is like if I hold it back here, you can see it pretty well, unless my phone like it's like dimmed or something. Maybe you are seeing it pretty good and I just can't tell. But this is like the lime green one, and it's got glitter all over it, but it's definitely lime green. When I hold it up like this, it looks lighter or like silver or something to me, but this is the light green one. It's so sparkly and pretty. This one is like the chartreuse looking color, like bright neon yellow green. I love the glitter all over it. And then this one is purple, and it looks like it has like blue glitter all over it, and it still has the plastic on them because I've been waiting to haul this stuff. And then obviously you know that I had to pick up the pink one. So this is what it looks like in there, if you guys can see. These are really glittery. I don't think the phone's doing it justice, but I just wanted to pick up some more Z palettes, and these are pretty big as well. I never knew if I shared these with you guys or not, but I know that I haven't tried these out. This is from Glamlight, and this is the Friday the 13th Camp Crystal Lake 15 color palette. That's what the front says. This is what we got going on. Now, I don't like scary movies. I mean, it's depending on what it is. I'm more of like a Tim Burton girl. On Facebook, that's what I am, like Tim Burton all the way. I think that's as scary as I get, but I really like the color story. That's what was drawing me in. So this is what it looks like, and Glamlight has a good formula. I wouldn't say that Glamlight has my favorite formula, and honestly, when I bought this palette, a lot of people was raving about the color story, but I heard that this palette is pretty hard to work with, and this is what the shades look like. It looks like a really pretty grungy tone, just good fall palette, honestly, in my opinion. Really unique colors, but again, I heard that it was pretty hard to work with. But this is what it looks like on the inside. This is something that I would like to use pretty soon, especially when like summer is completely over, which I'm ready for. I will definitely be pulling this one out. And then I also have the Freddy Krueger palette. They came out with 2 eyeshadow palettes in this collection, and I was drawn to this color story. This is what the packaging looks like on it, and it has all of that going on. I don't think you're going to be able to see good on like with my lights, but this is what we have going on. I love this color story. They had one that had more, I think was like reds and things like that, but I love cool tones, so this is what you have going on the inside. I really do like Glamlight's shadow formula. It's not my favorite. I think the best that I've ever liked from them would have to be their Scooby-Doo palettes. Not the big Scooby-Doo palette, but like the little like ones that are like this size. Those are so good, and like I feel like they've done really good with that collection overall. Like the highlighter was so unique, so pretty. It was like a duo, but that's probably been my favorite so far. I have some Colourpop palettes to share with you guys. The first one that I have here is the Precious Metals. This just looks so pretty. This is a good everyday palette. If you don't have a lot of eyeshadows and you just want something like you want to have a lot, you want to have options, this would be a really good option because I feel like you just have everything that you need. And my lighting is not going to show this. It's so annoying, but this literally is so beautiful. I'm telling you, this is really all that you need. Like if you had this, you could do so much with it, but this is what it looks like. I've had this for a little bit and haven't got to haul it, but this is like, in my opinion, a newish launch. It's not super old. This is the newest, bigger palette in the line. And then this one isn't new, but this is one that I don't know. I didn't want it when it first came out. It's been out like a long time, but then for some reason I just like, I really want that. So this is the Matte About Hue, and this is literally all matte shades, and it's like a rainbow palette. I like the gradient effect effect that you could just start here and work your way up and get like a smoky eye, depending on what color you wanted. So you could do like a smoky blue eye, smoky purple. But I like that you can do a gradient. I really did want this. Like I said, didn't want it when it first came out, but I don't know. I was like, I kind of want that now. So I went ahead and picked it up. I have Super Shock shadows to share with you guys, and every time I make a Colourpop order, it's hard for me to not throw in a couple because these are just so pretty and they're so easy to use. Just swipe on. I just use my finger. I don't use a brush. The first one that I have here is called, I think it's called Montecito, if I'm not mistaken, but it's just like this really cool, unique orangey gold. And then the next one I have here, I think I actually picked this one up. Maybe not. I thought I picked this one up at Ulta, but this one's called Rooftop Cocktails. And the reason I wanted this one, I think I had got an email on it and I saw how pretty it was. This was like a really pretty like blue brown shade. Really cool. It has a little bit of green in there as well. That's the only reason I knew about it was I got that email. What's really funny, I'm not going to take these out of the box because I don't know if you guys care, but I love the shade called Frog. It's literally one of my favorites. It's like a really pretty pinky icy tone and it's very popular. I think it has a little bit of blue sparkle in there as well, if I'm not mistaken, but they had sent me one and it come broken, so they sent me a new one. Now I have two. I'll try to press this one back together because I don't want it to go to waste, but that is one of my favorite shades. What's funny about that, I ordered one in the first place because I actually have a broken one already and I was trying to get one that wasn't broken. And the next one that I have here is called Bay, and I remember looking this up. I literally googled the best Super Shock shadows, and this is one that people said it looks like a really deep blue. I don't know, when you swatch it, it might have some purple in there, but this is one that people like really recommended. Can't wait to try this one out. And then I think the last one that I have here, I did pick this one up at Ulta. This one's called Sailor, and this one's really pretty. I think this is a good everyday cool tone. It's kind of hard to tell you guys what the shades are, especially with this poor lighting, because I don't know until I actually like swatch them and get them on the eye and things like that. But the last Colourpop thing that I had to share with you guys is one of their So Juicy Plumping Gloss Bombs. I have several shades already in this. I just picked up another shade because they released like, was it like 3 or 4 new shades? I thought this shade looked really pretty, and if you guys aren't familiar with these, it's the ones that click. They're like a dupe for the Tarte ones. And again, they're called the So Juicy Plumping Gloss Bombs. And the new shade that they brought out with a few more, this one's called Passenger Princess. So this is what it looks like, and this was like a really pretty pink. This is something that I actually had to pick up off of Poshmark because I couldn't find it online. I don't think that they sell this anymore, but this is from Ace Beauté, and this is the Floral Vintage palette. I just love this packaging. First of all, I'm telling you guys, the inside really surprised me. It has a huge mirror, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So you do have a lot going on, and Ace Beauté, they have come a long way with their formula. It's a lot better than it used to be, and I don't know, I just thought this was so pretty. And the person that sold it, because I bought it off of Poshmark, she said that she just didn't have the time to do makeup anymore, and this was just such a gorgeous palette that she didn't want to see it go to waste. So I can't say that I disagree. I think these metallics look so pretty, and I think overall this looks like a good fall tone palette because you got a lot of like oranges and browns and that really pretty pop of green. Even these purples kind of lean like grungy, just that they would be really pretty for the fall. Can't wait to use this. And again, I don't think they sell this one anymore, but I do feel like you can find it on Poshmark and Mercari if you guys are interested. And I hope I'm not forgetting anything, but the last things that I have to share with you guys are all from Profusion. So I feel like Profusion tried to do like a Colourpop deal. I feel like they've noticed that when you do collabs, it actually sells really well. But not only that, I feel like they really updated this formula. I've watched videos on it, and I can just kind of tell from looking at it. So this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I actually picked this one up from Walmart, and it does all of this. Like it has all the slime or whatever this would be, slime. I've watched the movies, but it's been like a long time. But this is like the cute packaging. I'm telling you, that like reminds me of like something Colourpop would do. This is honestly taped down, I think, and I'm not gonna be able to get it off right now. I can just tell that this formula looks better than what they normally do. And I'm gonna show you because I actually bought something out of their normal line that I'll show here in a few minutes. I think you can kind of tell the difference. I feel like there's like a plastic, there's definitely like a plastic piece over it. It has the names that way, but this is what the palette looks like. I'm going to try to hold it like this. You can tell these metallics just look so much better than what they normally do. They look like they're foiled, so I can't wait to try it out. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like people said this formula was really, really good, and that's why I picked it up, because I don't know, I feel like they updated the packaging. I feel like they had like a really good theme, and this formula just looks really nice. I feel like they've done a good job with this overall. I just haven't tried it on the eyes for myself to know, but a lot of people seem to really like it, so that's why I picked it up. And again, I did pick this up from Walmart. Also in the collection, this is the last thing in this collection that I picked up. This is the Illuminating Glitter Jelly. So these kind of put me in mind of the Jelly Much eyeshadows from Colourpop. I don't know if that's what they're duping. It kind of makes me feel that way. These are pretty big though, like pretty big containers. Obviously they are much bigger than the Jelly Much shadows from Colourpop. I love the Jelly Much shadows from Colourpop though. Like I use those all the time. Those are so pretty and so easy to use. But it looks like there's a green. It looks like there's a pretty peachy, pinky gold shade. And then there's a purple. This is what they look like. I wish I could show you guys better, but I honestly can't open it. I'm going to try to open it. There's like tape everywhere, of course. Got it out of the packaging, and this is what they look like, so you can kind of get a little bit of a better look. But I'm telling you guys, I think they're coming for Colourpop, honestly. This is what they look like. I love Colourpop. I will always love Colourpop. They're like literally one of my favorite brands. I have so much Colourpop. I'm always buying Colourpop. I just love to see what they're going to come out with. And sometimes when they don't come out with nothing, I'm like, I need to go buy some Colourpop. I feel like it's been too long. But I'm assuming that you would use these on the eyes. It doesn't say. I would have to read on the little thing. I can only assume that these would be for the eyes. It just says Illuminating Glitter Jelly. The last thing that I had to share with you guys, this is called the Artistry on the Go 7-piece beauty set assemble. So it has brushes and like 2 palettes in here, a face palette and an eye palette. This was an impulse buy, so let me just go ahead and start off with that. I am a sucker for green. I tore this off that way you guys could see. I'm a sucker for green, and when I seen like these pretty green shadows, like let me just grab that since I was grabbing the Ninja Turtle stuff and just try this out and see what it's all about. A little shadow primer and then like a face primer. Kind of supposed to be like an all-in-one type deal. I don't know how good the quality on this is. I just know that I like the colors in here, and here's the little brushes on the back. But this is what the palette looks like here in the front. Let me get this open. These are like 2 separate palettes. I thought this was like a whole big palette, but you open it up and you can see it's got your little drawer here. It has your little brushes and all that stuff. Sorry I wasn't flipping you guys off. But then also it has like little palettes here. Let me try to get the palettes out. This is what the palettes look like. So this is the eyeshadow palette. That's going to glare like crazy. Here is the little eyeshadow palette. Does this look like, why can I not think of it right now? It's Anastasia. What is Subculture? Does this look like Subculture? Does it look like Profusion tried to dupe Subculture? I think this would be a really pretty fall palette. I actually still have Subculture in my collection. I definitely think they duped Subculture here. I'm excited to try this formula because I feel like Profusion has really stepped their game up. And then you have the little face palette. It has just a few blushes, bronzers, and some highlighters. I feel like this might be a setting powder, but who knows? I'll just have to try it out. This was definitely an impulse buy, but it's really cute, honestly. And here's what it looks like when you close it back. That's super cute. Unnecessary, but it's cute. But other than that, that is everything. That is all that I had to share with you guys in today's video. That is all of the products, the indie makeup products that I had bought here recently. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, liking, and commenting. I will be back very soon with another video. But before you go, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell below so you're notified every time I upload a video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.